Hey guys, real quick, coming back with another video, real quick. Won't take a lot of your time, I promise. So I deal with this gentleman on Fiverr, right? Great guy, really professional, know his stuff. So to kind of speed this up a little bit, what happened was, you guys know I read a lot of books. So what happens is I buy the book. As you see, I'm here at Barnes and Nobles. Yep, Barnes and Nobles. And I'll buy the book, the hard copy, and I like to follow it up when I'm listening to the audio. But I like to control the audio. So on my Audible account, what I do is I purchase the books on Audible, download the AAX file, send the AAX file to him on Fiverr, and he converts those files for me, right, to MP3. So that way it's on my phone. The book is on my phone. I control it. As you guys know, I'm pretty controlling. I like to control stuff. So what happened, he wasn't on the platform for the last maybe 4 days, and I went into a panic. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I was thinking, like, why am I so in a frenzy like this? Why I'm so, it's other people that do what he does. Why am I just so worried about him? Well, the reason I was worried about him, number one, because I like him. He's very professional. I don't have no problems with him. So his customer service is great. That's number one. Number two, he do what he does at the highest level. He goes above and beyond. I mean, hours. I mean, revision after revision. If I don't like something, he keep going until I get it right. I've been working with him for about a year. Be February, about a year, and I have been consistently spending mad money with him. Right, doing these conversions, these audio books. Okay, now even I looked up how can I convert audiobook, how can I convert an AAX file to MP3, right? So I know how to do what he does, but he does what he does at the highest level. I would probably never be as good as him, and it'll take me longer. I have to buy the software, like, right? He does what he does at the highest level. Now, listen, guys, the reason for this is because I want you guys to look at the bigger picture. I don't want you to necessarily focus on what he did, but I want you guys to see how he was able to capture me as a client and use that to capture your client, right? So look at the bigger picture of this. So the reason he captured me as a client, because one, I like him, right? I told you guys, we all like to do business with people that we like. When you go to the supermarket, you go to Walmart, you go anywhere, if you like a person, I don't care how long that line is, you will stand in that long line just to speak to them, right? Just to be in their line because you like the way they handle you at customer service. Okay, same thing here. I like the way he handled me. Number two, the product, he does it at the highest level. I never have any complaints about it. If I do have some minor issues or whatever the case, he fixes it, right? No problem. That's how you need to be with your client. Don't, that's not us, this and that. You fix the problem. Okay, you have to separate, you have to be able to differentiate yourself from the competition. Everybody does we not doing this, and they bitching and moaning and complaining, but they don't do that when it comes to the check. It's okay to go the extra mile. Okay, now if it's too extra, then you might have to revisit your agreement, right? It might have to be something that you have to revisit. But if it's just small things that you can do, or that you see need to be done, where they shouldn't even have to tell you, just go ahead and do it, they would appreciate that later, right? So many people is worried about getting new contracts, and they're not focusing on the ones that they have. I done talked to so many people on and off this platform. They say, well, Fabio, man, I just lost this contract, but I'm not tripping because I got 2 walkthroughs to do, in a couple days, and I just picked up 2 contracts last month, so I'm not really tripping. I'll get it back. No, you should be tripping, because you shouldn't be losing contracts, right? Not if you can help it. Okay, so again, to go back to this gentleman here, so I was in a frenzy. He was off the platform for 4 days. 4 days. I wake up this morning. I had already sent over some files to him to convert, 4 days ago. And he was so apologetic. That's what I like about him. He was, I'm so sorry, Fabio. I'm just seeing your orders here. I'm just seeing everything here. Did you get the files converted? I said, no. But here's what I did, guys, before I get into that. I reached out. I put an ad out. I put a post out on Fiverr looking for people to do what he does. Right? I wrote a post right there. Okay. Many people, I'm talking about 10, 15 people responded back to me. But out of those 15 people, everybody was like, well, I can convert the file, but I can't do this, or I can't do this. I'm like, well, what server do you upload to? I'm asking all of the information that I know to ask, dealing with the guy that I deal with in India. And they're like, well, I don't do this, or I do this, or I don't do that, but I do that, right? They're not they're not in tune, they're not locked in. So this guy grabbed me. Why? Because he does what he does at the highest level, which is the reason why he's number one on the Fiverr platform for doing what he does, converting these audiobooks. You can't help but to see him. You can't help, if you needed an audiobook converted, you can't help but to see him on there. He's number one on the platform, right? All great reviews, right? So the thing is, like I say, grab your, when you get a client, you have to treat your client the same way this gentleman dealt with me. They need to go into a panic knowing if they didn't have you that they're losing something, right? If you don't have that type of effect on your client, you're doing something wrong, okay? I could go further and deeper into this, guys, but I wanted to use his story because I went into a total panic. I'm like, I don't have nobody to do what he does. He does it a certain way. He knows the way I like to do it, and other people wasn't able to get the job done. So I had no choice. Well, I had choices, but I literally waited 4 days for him, praying that he was alive, he was in great health, he was well, right? Because it wasn't like him not to reply back to me. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? Like it was a total debacle for me. Like I was out of my head because I know he typically replied back within maybe 30 minutes, an hour tops, right? But anyway, that's enough, guys. I'm Fabio Hart. The only person that could ever stop you from starting up your own dreams and making it to the top is you. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. I really greatly appreciate it. I see my likes going up. I see the shares going up. I mean, the subscriber base going up. I really appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you also hit the little bell so you can get every notification once I upload. You'll be the first to be alerted. All right, guys, take care. I'm Fabio Hart. Email me, HOLLYWOODJanitorialServ@gmail.com if you need me. Take care.